Hi, my name is Jody. Thank you for joining me. Today we are going to practice a long tail cast on. The more you knit, you will discover that the long tail cast on will be the foundation for many of your knitting projects. It is used for projects like mittens, hats, and socks, anything that needs some stretch. I feel this method is the first one you should learn as a beginner. It's the most universal, it's the simplest, it's one of those knitting techniques that you're going to want to have in your knitting tool bag. So let's get started. Alright, so the tools you will need for the long tail cast on are a pair of knitting needles and a few yards of yarn to practice this technique. And I suggest your needle size coordinates with the yarn gauge. This will make sure that you get a sense of the cast on with the right tension. Okay, let's begin. So for the long tail cast on, you're only going to require one of your needles for now, so let's put one aside. As the name implies, you need a long tail to start cast on, and that's because you're going to be using some of the yarn from the tail end as well as from the ball of the yarn. So how do we know how much yarn we're going to need for the tail end of our long tail cast on? Well, a good guide is to wrap the yarn around the needle once for each stitch you need to cast on for the project pattern. And then I suggest adding half the length to this just to be sure. This will give you a good long tail, so for this tutorial I want to cast on 10 stitches. So I will wrap the yarn around the needle 10 times like so. Then holding it here, unwrap it and add an extra half length to the tail. So you're just going to drape the yarn over your needle for now. You can secure it with your index finger. Remember, the tail end of your yarn is away from you. The easiest way to begin this cast on method is to place your index finger and your thumb together, like so, and then put them between the yarn draped over the needle. And then take your free fingers in the back and just grab the two strands from the bottom, just to secure it. Now just open your index finger and your thumb on your yarn hand. Don't open them too far. You want to make sure you have some tension and it looks like a triangle. You will want to secure the yarn on the needle with your index finger. This prevents it from slipping. This is just until you get your first stitches on the needle. So you're going to take the tip of your needle and bring it towards you and down. You're going to catch this strand on your thumb from the bottom. You're going to take the tip of the needle and bring it around and behind the loop that's on your index finger, and then you can release it from your thumb. And then you'll just simply pull up on your needle and kind of pull down on your strands in your hand there to tighten up the stitches, but not too tight. So now this is a total of 2 stitches on our needle, and this first one is where we started. This is where we had the yarn draped over the needle. Let's do this method again, one more time. So take the tip of your needle towards you, come down and under the strand on your thumb, and then go back and around your index finger, and then release the loop on your thumb just over the tip, and then just tighten things up. So down, around, through the back, around your index finger, and through the loop on your thumb. I like to say this in my head. We go down, around, and through. This will be your new knitting mantra. Down, around, and through. You can chant that in your head until you get the hang of this cast on. So continue to cast on the number of stitches your pattern calls for. In this case, I will continue to cast on 10 stitches. Just a reminder, as you're tightening your stitches, you want to make sure your tension is uniform. You should be able to easily move your stitches on the needle without them being too loose or too tight. If your cast on is too tight, when you work your first row, you will have a hard time getting your other needle into the stitch to knit it. You will need to find a happy medium, and you will develop your own knitting tension. As we all know, practice makes perfect. And that is all there is to a long tail cast on. I've enjoyed sharing this technique of casting on with you. Now you go and enjoy practicing. Create beautiful works of art. I'm Jody from the HOGAN's KnitKnacks. Keep your whiskers clean and your tails straight.